A quick night story about a mug that recently happened to me. Brace yourself, it's going to be brutal. I was playing football with guys I didn't know prior, and I was warming up, and here comes a Giga Chad dude. He was 6'4", maybe 6'5", and he had like probably 9 out of 10 face with masculine niche features and pretty boy niches at the same time. His frame was so wide, and when the game started, I think someone that huge would move slowly, but he was flying like a bullet. He isn't the best footballer ever in technique, but his pure athleticism and super long legs gave him such an advantage. He could pass around me by just pushing the ball further than my legs could reach, or if I pass him myself, he could just catch up to me. So he was that kind of athletic guy that no matter what was the sport we were playing, I think he would beat me just by sheer athleticism. So, this game was happening in Russia in the winter, and the temperature was minus 10 degrees Celsius. It was freezing, a temperature that we could only survive because we were running. Like we were wearing winter clothes and we were running, so it was survivable. But on the touchline appeared a girl. I couldn't see well because of the snow, but she was a 6 out of 10 regular Becky. She stood in the cold and watched us play for 1 hour and a half. We were playing 9 versus 9. So basically 18 men were on the field. 17 if you exclude me. And I know it, and you know it, and everybody knows it. She was waiting for that Chad. And I mean, listen guys, if looks weren't the only factor, how would I guess right? Statistically speaking, I only have 5% chance of guessing right. But I knew exactly who she was waiting for. Why? Because I know women. That is the only type of man that is worth coming to watch, wait for him on the sideline freezing. She was freezing. And the dude did not even care about her. He didn't see her come, he did not say hi, he kept focusing on the game and ignored her for the full 1.5 hour we played. Only after the game, he gave her a small hug, and while he was hugging her, she was kissing him all over his face in front of 17 men basically watching. So she grabbed him in front of all of us and started kissing him. Then we head to the changing rooms, and I was haunted with the idea that a girl like this every week flakes on me to go watch a Chad enjoy his life with his friends while she dies in the cold and he ignores her. So every time a girl who is 6 or 7 out of 10 flaked on me, I was thinking like, okay, maybe she's having sex with the Chad. Maybe someone invited her to a Michelin star restaurant. Well, in reality, she just flaked on me to go simp for a Chad. So she could have any decent date with me or with a guy who is equivalent to me, but she'd rather sit in the cold with a Chad. Man, it is brutal. In the locker room, he left her outside again and talked with his friends for half an hour, completely carefree. He almost forgot about her. I'm pretty sure he did forget about her. She was waiting outside, and I don't blame him. I would act the same with the 6 if I had his SMV. And I wanted to hate the guy. Like, I wanted to hate him. I was envious and I wanted to hate him, but he was so nice. He asked my name, he asked me where I'm from, he wanted me to come play with them again. He said, like, come play with us every week. He was so hard to hate, and that's very understandable, because if you had life as easy as he has it, you would not be bitter. Bitterness is for people who have a hard life. When I left the game, like I left the locker room, I saw the girl freezing outside, blowing in her hand like to keep them warm, and I looked at her with such disgust. I mean, millions of men would pay to have a coffee with her, but she'd rather simp hard for a dude who clearly doesn't consider her to be on his level. Then she's gonna cry, and then she's gonna call him a narcissist, and go on a date with me to feel wanted, waste my time, then next week go back to simping to the same Chad. Man, it's a miserable existence to be high SMV enough so girls use me to charge their ego, repair the damage caused by Chads, so they can try to chase him again. Man, it is brutal.